You are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith.
Whatever we once were, we are no longer a Christian nation. We are a Muslim nation and a Buddhist nation and a Hindu nation and a nation of non-believers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Mexico.
White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs insisted today the president did not bow, adding dismissively, quote, he used both hands to shake Abdullah's hand.
We all know what happens in Arizona when you don't have ID. Adios, amigos.
Since the president's joke was so inappropriate, I suppose if I wanted to join in the comedian game, I could suggest that he not give up his day job. But unfortunately, though, he isn't doing very well at that one either.
Supporters of President Obama's government takeover of health care are trying very hard to avoid mentioning the A word, abortion. They use terms like family planning and reproductive health care, but it is becoming difficult for them to hide the fact that unless Congress states otherwise, under a government takeover of health care, taxpayers will be forced to fund abortion for the first time in over 3 decades. On Thursday, Senator Barbara Mikulski, a Democrat of Maryland, offered an amendment in committee to ensure organizations like Planned Parenthood were included in the government plan. Senator Orrin Hatch raised an objection about taxpayer-funded abortion. Senator Mikulski appeared to have been caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
Would that include abortion providers? I mean, it looks to me like you're expanding it to where you, well, say for instance like Planned Parenthood, would that put them into this system?
It would include women's health clinics that provide comprehensive services, and under the definition of a women's health clinic, it would include Planned Parenthood clinics. It does not in any way expand a service. In other words, it doesn't expand nor mandate an abortion service.
No, but it would provide for it.
It would provide for any service deemed medically necessary or medically appropriate.
While concerns continue to be raised about some treatments not being available to some people, the supporters of this government takeover appear to be intent on making sure abortion is not left out. Think about it. While you or your children or elderly parents may be denied certain treatments or procedures, your tax dollars will underwrite Planned Parenthood in taking the lives of unborn children. Sign FRC's petition to make sure your tax dollars do not fund abortion by going to frc.org.
The bill is about a whole lot more than just a public option. I have read it. God help me, it took me hours to get through it, and I felt like I should earn a law degree when I got through it. But I'm here to tell you there are things in this health care bill that people don't realize are in there. One of the things that's in there, and it's on page 1000 to 1007, I have it right here printed directly from the bill. They want to put a chip in every one of us. It talks about it right here.
A massive stretch of Arizona now off limits to Americans. Critics say the administration is, in effect, giving a major strip of the Southwest back to Mexico.
Irresponsibility by others. And that includes, for example, the recent efforts in Arizona.
It was the most memorable time of my life. It was a touching moment because I never thought this day would ever happen. I won't have to worry about putting gas in my car. I won't have to worry about paying my mortgage. You know, if I help him, he's going to help me.
But look, you know, when I find myself taking the wrong step, well, you know, I guess the other example where, because I actually changed my mind.
You changed your mind, exactly.
Well, you know, I think what they say is and so you know, I felt you know, but what it also means, I think, is, you know, I think that I want to make a broader point, Pastor Rick, on right. I mean that's not the perspective of human life and what it means to be human. One of the things that I strongly believe is that you know, we are not going to. I would argue that, well, you know, it's one of those situations where the devil's in the details. You know, if you've got, I think, generally speaking, yeah. I think that we should, and I've said this publicly, but let me just speak that may be in place. But I think so that'd be, here's how I think about it. Answering that question with specificity, you know, is above my pay grade.
Everybody knows that it makes no sense that you send a kid to the emergency room for a treatable illness like asthma. They end up taking up a hospital bed. It costs, you gave them treatment early, and they got some treatment and a breathalyzer, or an inhalator, not a breathalyzer. I haven't had much sleep in the last 48 hours, so. What they'll say is, well, it costs too much money, but you know what? It would cost about the same as what we would spend over the course of 10 years. It would cost what it would cost us. All right, okay, we're going to. It would cost us about the same as it would cost for about, hold on one second, I can't hear myself. But I'm glad you're fired up, though. I'm glad. Whatever we once were, we are no longer a Christian nation.
Oops. Was that my...
Cry,